Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to talk about where the hell were the Justice League in the events of the Flash movie. And I gotta say, if you guys don't want any spoilers, then I do highly recommend not watching this video until you watch the Flash movie. I know the Flash movie has been out for like a few weeks now. A week or two. But still, fair warning, I will be discussing spoilers in this film, this video. So again, guys, don't want any spoilers. Now's the time to get the hell out. If you're still here, thank you. Now we can go on. So the opening scene of the Flash movie confirmed that the Justice League is still together in the DCU. While not every member appears on camera, most of their whereabouts are discussed. This confirms that the Justice League remained an active force for good following the events of the Justice League movie. The Flash is in Central City and helping the Justice League. So Barry Allen is still employed as a crime scene investigator, helping people as a Flash when he is not at work. While still based in Central City, Barry goes where he is needed, such as when Alfred Pennyworth calls him to request help in evacuating a hospital in Gotham City. This constant travel has made Barry resentful. However, as he complains about being the janitor of the Justice League and always having to clean up other people's messes. So Batfleck is in Gotham. Unsurprisingly, Batman remains focused on saving his city above all other concerns. As the Flash movie opens, he is in hot pursuit of a gang of criminals who robbed a Gotham City hospital and saw a deadly virus. Wonder Woman travels the world. Like the Flash, Wonder Woman goes where she is needed globally, and is shown to be occupied with another mission in Alfred's control center when Barry asks if someone else can help Batman besides him. Mimicking her cameo in Sham Fury of the Gods, Diana arrives just in the nick of time to save Batman and Gotham City once her business elsewhere is done. Superman is menacing a erupting volcano. Averting natural disasters is just another day at work for Superman. The Man of Steel is shown to be helping avert the damage caused by the erupting volcano in some tropical hotspot. This once again answers Barry's query as to why one of the Justice League members capable of flight wasn't called in for a rescue mission before him. Arthur Curry is on an underwater mission. While presumably occupied with the business of ruling Atlantis, Arthur Curry still has time to be Aquaman for the Justice League. He is said to be occupied within the underwater mission, which is both unsurprising and fitting. There's no indication, however, whether this mission might tie into the upcoming Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom movie. So where is Cyborg? Well, he's the MIA. Nothing said about Victor Stone's whereabouts and why Cyborg isn't helping out. There is a certain logic to this, however, as Victor, while powerful, is not as well equipped as his teammates to safety evacuations out crumbling. I'm going to reread that. While powerful is not as well equipped as his teammates to safely evacuate a crumbling building. While Cyborg has access to teleportation technology through his mother box, the boom tubes he generates could cause more harm than good in a fragile space. So that's a logical explanation. Now the real reason why I feel like he wasn't also mentioned because Ray Fisher and Warner Brothers aren't on good terms. But in universe reason, that's a pretty good reason. So where's the Justice League in the Flash Ultra timeline? So that's the question of the day. While the team the term Flashpoint is not used in the Flash movie, the story takes clear inspiration from the 2011 comic book of the same name. Both stories had Barry accidentally create a new timeline after traveling back in time to stop his mother's murder. While the altered timeline of the Flash movie is not quite as wild as the one of Flashpoint, which included a war between the Amazons and Atlanteans, Barry's action still had a major effect on the Justice League allies. So let's give this a read. Michael Keaton's Batman has been replaced by Ben Affleck. So when Barry Allen seeks out Batman for help, he finds that Bruce Wayne has changed significantly. Now played by Michael Keaton instead of Ben Affleck, Bruce Wayne is a recluse who lives alone in the ruins of Wayne Manor. With his hair and beard grown out, thankfully Barry is able to convince Bruce of his good intentions and secure his help in trying to save the world from the incipient invasion of General Zod. I gotta say, I didn't like, because I watched the movie, I didn't exactly like how they made Bruce Wayne a hermit, because there's no crime in Gotham. I'm in the camp of like so many people, I feel like, or many people, I'll just say so many people. Many people were saying, if there wasn't a need for Batman anymore, Bruce Wayne would have attended to Wayne Manor. Like, sure, you got the Christian Bale Batman who, like, went into hiding after the murder of Harvey Dent because he blamed himself. But, and that's a completely different scenario. This scenario, there was no more crime in Gotham City. So that means Bruce Wayne had no reason to isolate himself. He had that much more of a reason to go to Wayne Manor, still trying to like upgrade Gotham, save Gotham, essentially from being outdated per se, by being the head of Wayne Manor. So I didn't exactly like how they made Bruce Wayne a hermit. So that's just me. Anyways, Barry Allen is just becoming the Flash. The Flash encounters a variant of himself in the new timeline, who grew up with both of his parents. Still in college, the new Barry Allen is more confident and well-adjusted, being capable of asking fellow student Iris West out on a date. Unfortunately, since he never had a motivation to study forensic to prove his father's innocence, he also doesn't have access to the lab that is meant to give him his superpowers, requiring Barry helping his alternative self plan a break-in. Wonder Woman hasn't gone public yet. The two Barrys fail to find any evidence that Wonder Woman exists in the new timeline. Logically, this isn't surprising, as Diana did not reveal herself to the world until the events of Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, and even Bruce Wayne was hard-pressed to find a photo of her from World War I. On the other hand, Barry would have probably known what to look for regarding Diana's past, given that it seems like Diana never left Themyscira in this new timeline. Superman was killed by Zod as an infant. First off, I was sad that we didn't get Gal Gadot in the Flashpoint universe, because Gal Gadot is my favorite Wonder Woman. Anyways, getting to Superman. The fate of Superman is revealed later in the Flash movie when Kara Zor-El confronts General Zod. The leader of the invading Kryptonians confirmed that, in this timeline, he and his followers were able to intercept the pod carrying Kal-El to Earth, and that they killed him to reclaim the Kryptonian Growth Codex stolen by Jor-El, which was apparently stored in Kara. So, I mean, nice what if scenario. So I'm not really entirely mad about that. But like, they killed a freaking baby. Come on. Anyways, Arthur Curry, who is Jason Momoa's character, essentially he's a dog. No joke, he's a dog. Barry tries to calling Arthur's father after finding a phone listing for him as Emily Bay, Maine. Tamara Morrison, who I so love him. He's a wonderful actor. I first got introduced to Tamara Morrison in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones with Jango Fett and the Clone Troopers. And Star Wars is really all I've known of Tamara Morrison up until the Justice League movie. Or Aquaman. I don't remember which DC film he was in. I think he was in Aquaman. I don't remember if he was in Justice League. But still, until the Snyderverse, the only thing I seen Tamara Morrison in was Star Wars. So seeing Tamara Morrison in this movie was like, I took every bit of me. Now that in my Star Wars nerd side saying, yes! Yes! Like, I'm that nerd. Anyways. Tamara Morrison has a quick cameo as the alternate Thomas Curry, who never met the Atlantean queen Atlantia and married a different woman. He also never had a son, but he does have a dog he named Arthur. So Victor Stone hasn't become cyborg yet. The two Barrys had not found newspaper articles detailing Victor Stone's success as a student athlete, but nothing to indicate that he is still cyborg in the alternate version. While the DCEU are vague about precisely when Victor Stone became cyborg, it was believed to be sometime after the events of Man of Steel. It's unclear then if Victor isn't cyborg because of Barry changing the timeline or because it hasn't happened yet. I've heard as well that we were supposed to get Cyborg in this movie, or at least that was amongst the plans. But then again, with the whole thing with Ray Fisher and having this vendetta against Warner Bros., I think that squashed any plans for Victor Stone to be in this movie. And I have to admit, it would have been great to see the character in the movie. But I understand the reason why they didn't have him in this movie. One, because the whole drama with the actor. And two, it probably wouldn't have fit in this version. So anyways. Where's the Justice League in the Flash new timeline? The Flash seemingly restored the timeline to normal after he re-established the events that led to his mother's death. It soon became clear, however, that some things have been changed as a result of his second trip through time. The full ramifications of Barry Allen's actions will undoubtedly be explored in the upcoming DCU Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. So, George Clooney has replaced Ben Affleck's Batman. What was I kind of cringe about? The first hint that something has gone wrong with Barry Allen's efforts to fix the timeline is that Bruce Wayne has changed again. The new variant Bruce Wayne is played by George Clooney, who played Bruce Wayne in 1997's Batman and Robin. It remains to be seen if Clooney will remain in the role for the upcoming The Brave and the Bold movie. But Barry's reaction suggests that he will try and fix things again to bring the Bat flag back. I hope not. Especially since Barry Allen says, Bruce, I learned my lesson. So, like, if he tries to go back to, like, get Bat flag back, that will prove that he hasn't learned his lesson. And two, I don't know. I mean, the CW Flash, the Arrowverse Flash, like fucked up the timeline multiple times. But do I really want to see the same like that happening in the movies constantly? No. Once is more. It's enough. It's enough. Two is kind of pushing it. Any more than two will be too much. I don't want Barry to fuck up the timeline again. So no, please. So yeah. So now, where is the whereabouts of Wonder Woman? No reference is made to what happened to Wonder Woman, the closing moments of the Flash. This leaves Wonder Woman's future to the new DC uncertain, as productions on Wonder Woman 3 has been cancelled by DC Studios. However, the new television series Paradise Lost will explore the history of the Amazons and the Wonder Woman's origins, potentially setting up a new status quo for the new DCU. The Flash is in Central City. Barry Allen's life in Central City seems to have been restored back to where it was before his first trip back in time. The one major change is that this time Barry arranged for a video camera to get clear shot of his father's face at the time of his mother's death when he was shopping. This allowed Henry Allen to be freed from prison in the new timeline. So going back to Wonder Woman, I do hope that Gal Gadot is still remains as Wonder Woman, because I would so love to see her continue. So Superman's status is unclear with Henry Cavill's DC exit. Superman's fate is in the new timeline created by the Flash movie is also unaddressed. With Henry Cavill moving on to other projects, it seems like James Gunn upcoming Superman legacy will offer the Man of Steel a fresh start. I think they did Henry Cavill dirty, because I feel like they should have at least given him a Man of Steel 2 before like saying, okay, we're done. I think Henry Cavill definitely deserved 2 standalone Superman movies, and I'm hoping we get that one day, because even James Gunn said any movie that doesn't connect to the DCU is Elseworld, so they can play off of that, right? And like I said, I feel like Henry Cavill deserves 2 Man of Steel movies, in my humble opinion. What do you guys think about that? Let me know. Jason Momoa, Arthur Curry's still Aquaman. Aquaman's alive and well in the new DCU, and still being played by Jason Momoa. Arthur Curry has a quick cameo in the post-credit scene of the Flash movie, looking most worse for wear after a night of carousing and Barry trying to explain the changes in the timeline to him. Barry, for his part, seems completely sober, although his powers would logically cause any alcohol he drank to burn through his system in seconds. I wish I had that power. And I don't know, like some people were like shitting on the after credit scene, but I liked it. I thought that was funny. I actually dug the Jason Momoa Aquaman after credit scene, surprisingly, because I saw it twice. One, I saw it like on my own online, didn't see the after credit scene, and I remember like a lot of people saying that the after credit scene was horrible. So I came in there expecting myself to not like the after credit scene. Surprisingly, I did dig the after credit scene. Surprisingly, anyways. Cyborg's future, which is unlikely after Ray Fisher's dispute with WB. Nothing is said about Cyborg, and what happened to him is in the new DCU timeline shown in The Flash. This is not entirely unexpected given actor Ray Fisher's feud with WB regarding allegations of racism and the studio protecting key figures from investigation. While Cyborg may have a role in the new DCU, it's highly unlikely Ray Fisher will return to play him. And now I don't know, like, if those allegations true or not. I'm not sure. I actually did not pay close attention to the Ray Fisher's feud with WB, but I do hope that Cyborg does return to the DCU. And I highly doubt it's going to be Ray Fisher. But the character himself, Cyborg, I would love to see come back on the big screen, because I feel like, sure, you can say like they didn't have quote unquote enough time to recast Cyborg for the Flash movie, or they didn't want to cast Cyborg for the new Flash movie due to Ray Fisher making his accusations towards WB, and did not want to make the situation bigger by having a different actor playing Cyborg in the movie. Which, if that's the case, I can honestly also understand their reasoning too. But still, I would love to see Cyborg make a return in DC film. And the good part about the Flash or Barry Allen going back in time and then coming, like, pretty much altering some things in the pressing by going back in time twice. One of them being George Clooney now being Bruce Wayne, essentially. And it actually makes sense if he's Bruce Wayne in the Batman movie. If they were to keep Ezra Miller and some of the actors casted, that guess Flashpoint changed some stuff, as we saw in the end of this Flash movie. Even the Arrowverse Flashpoint changed some stuff, like Cisco Ramon's brother got killed. John Diggle had not, like, after Barry Allen went back in time and to prevent himself from saving his mother. Before that, John Diggle had a son named JJ. Oh no, I'm sorry. John Diggle had a daughter named Sarah, named after the first Black Canary in the Arrowverse. And then, when Barry did the whole Flashpoint thing, John Diggle's daughter Sarah turned to his son JJ. And I feel like there's one more thing that I am forgetting about Flashpoint. I think Iris West and Joe West were feuding. Because before, Joe West and Iris West were close, and after Barry Allen did Flashpoint, I think that's when, like, we saw, like, Barry and Iris have this feud a little bit. That's all I can remember of all the changes of the Arrowverse. But my point is, with, like, I use the Arrowverse as an example of some things has changed after Barry did Flashpoint, and like I said, this movie kind of showed it with recasting Batman yet for another time when they kind of did already in the movie. So it wouldn't be that far of a stretch to have Cyborg recasted, Superman recasted for sure, with their will, and Wonder Woman recasted. Even though I would love for Gal Gadot to continue as Wonder Woman, because I think she deserves a shot of starring in a third Wonder Woman movie after the last one wasn't so good. But still, like, they open up the possibility of Wonder Woman getting recasted. So that's me. But that's where the members of the Justice League are added all three timelines. And going back to Cyborg real quick, who's to say that Cyborg in this new timeline or Victor Stone, there we go, I forget that's the name. Victor Stone. Who's to say that Victor Stone is even Cyborg in this movie, in this new universe? Maybe with Barry resetting the timeline, maybe that made Victor Stone not Cyborg anymore in this new timeline. And maybe that could go into the gateway of us getting a Victor Stone movie showing us how this new version of Victor Stone became Cyborg, and him defeating his first villain. Or maybe Victor Stone is Cyborg already, and we see flashbacks like this, like that takes up about 10 minutes at most. It's how Victor Stone became Cyborg. And see that Victor Stone is still kind of like struggling to become, like, accepting his fate currently. As by the time of the movie, whatever villain helps Victor Stone realize that, okay, maybe I had a blessing besides a curse with this. Who knows? But, that's like two, like, or three ways it can, bring that character of Victor Stone into the new universe. So, because they didn't really mention anything about Superman or Wonder Woman or Cyborg, and we all know they're making a new Superman movie and a new Batman movie. So, like, there's that. I don't really know how else to explain it. At least in a way that can make sense. But what do you beautiful people have to say? Let me know in the comment section there below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. And let me know how you guys feel about this article. And if you guys like, what are you guys' fan theories? Where the members of the Justice League that hasn't been confirmed or where they are at this point in the new DC timelines at currently. Let me know. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you fellow mutants later.